Rikishi isn't interested in going to
You can bring
TNA.
Rikishi in.
He was apparently told that when he was cut that as long as he doesn't go to TNA, they will bring him back at some point, which I don't think they ever do.
Big Quiche? No, I don't think he does go back for anything more than just appearances.
Which might be why he ended up going to TNA in 2007.
Yeah. Which is like one of the funniest all-time TNA debuts.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're watching it and you're like, yeah, they really were just like, anyone with a name.
Because like it was around the same time as Test as well, so they're just like, sure.
Oh, listen, I will not have you talking shit about the Punisher, Andrew Martin.
He's the most jacked-looking man on earth.
And a pivotal pro wrestler in my fandom as a child.
Mm.
Some Liam Law for you.
You loved your Canadians, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, I definitely had like a Canadian bias. I was like, because I think I've said this before, but like 3 of my top 5 favorite wrestlers as a kid were Christian, Edge, and Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Then you chuck like Eddie and RVD in there.
Where does Test fall?
Test was like in that era of ECW because he had that one Royal Rumble 2007 match.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this guy rules.
He had that match where whose back was split over? Oh no, it was Bob Holly. Never mind. Was that against Test?
Was it against Test? I know the image, but I'm not sure what the match was.
Bob Holly got his back split open on that table.
Coming soon to the Patreon, WWE ECW.
I actually thought about it.
Yeah, but I only want to do 2008.
No, you have to watch the bad stuff first before you get to it being like a nice little developmental show.
Can we do NXT Redemption?
I also thought about that.
Because we are wild and young.
Not just Redemption, but doing the full game show. Because like we're nearly done with GFW. We only have one more of those to go on Patreon.
And Gleet doesn't have cheering yet, so we can't do that.
And I was thinking maybe Wrestling Society X next, because that show is ridiculous.
I would love to do Wrestling Society X.
Alright, we'll nail it down now. We'll do Wrestling Society X after we do GFW. They're 30-minute episodes, so we'll work out how many we'll do per episode. But
I've also seen all of Wrestling Society X.
I have it on DVD.
So this will be the first time it'll be a show that I've actually seen.
We will be revisiting something you deeply love.
You get to see... it'll be the first and maybe only time in the history of this podcast I get to talk about one of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
Masato Yoshino.
Well, you'll have to wait and find out.
Rikishi sent in feelers through intermediaries to TNA a month or 2 back when he was expected to be cut after getting the nasal surgery and taking more time off without letting the company know ahead of time. He's planning on cutting a record with a Christian record company. He's already talked about, besides All Japan, going to Mexico for CMLL. His price right now for dates is pretty high.
I believe that.
Rikishi getting himself paid.
And, fixing his nose.
Good for him.
Yeah. You a big Rikishi guy?
I enjoy him for what he is. He's probably like an underrated wrestler. He's pretty good. Because like people remember him as the ass guy, and he's actually a pretty solid worker.
I remember him as the ass man.
No, that's the Scissor Me Ass Daddy.
Oh, sorry.
There is that like moment in the 2000 Royal Rumble, which is like an iconic Attitude Era moment where Too Cool do the dance, and literally the entire building in Madison Square Garden are doing it with them.
Yeah. They speaking of dances in pro wrestling.
Oh, Too Cool. Yeah, if you added us when we asked you to add us and said Too Cool, we remembered them. It only took us half an hour, so you were wrong to add us before you listened to the entire show.
You know what it was, too? I did the dance, but didn't remember who it was.
They made the yellow sunglasses seem so cool.
You're looking fly today.
I was going to say the last wrestling show I saw had Scotty 2 Hotty on it, but it didn't. The last wrestling show I saw was Clash at the Castle, so...
They should have put Scotty 2 Hotty on it.
They should have. He would have been good in that Roman Reigns main event.